Good evening. How is everyone? Hey Laura. Hello everybody. Come on in. Hey Nikki. Sorry, I'm trying to catch names. Good evening. All right, who's excited about meal planning? You. Hi, Jenny. Yay! Okay, well, good, because the beginning's going to be really, really great for you. I'm going to give you guys a really, really easy formula to meal plan, and then we'll get to the nitty-gritty stuff. Oh, yeah. You need to. You need to, Emily, because once that baby comes, it all flies out the window. Oh, you need to. And I'm going to give you a couple really quick, easy tips and a quick formula. Hey, Courtney, how are you? On how to do meal planning and not get so overwhelmed with it, because it really doesn't need to be overwhelming. It can be enjoyable. Hey, it is amazing when you stick with it. And just like we were talking last night about creating routines, the nice thing about routines is they offer the availability of flexibility, whereas schedules don't. Schedules are harsh and a deadline, and they have, freezer meals are. So we want to create a routine in your meal plan, and the nice thing about that is, oh, well, thank you, Alice. About a routine of meal planning is if something comes up, you can easily move it around, and that's kind of the whole point of all of this. So we are going to get started. Am I going to be saving my scope somewhere? I am, and it's going to be a surprise. I am working on it, but yes, I will be taking care of that. Don't worry about it. I had already been working on that prior to all this news, so yay. So the cool thing is I've always saved all of my videos are all saved onto my phone and my computer, even if I might be doing that. I'm working on it. I'm still not the best at the water stuff, so. But, so somebody can tell me how to get better at that. Yeah, so all of my videos, I've always saved my videos to my phone, and my phone links directly to my computer, and it downloads on a daily basis, and so I have all of them. I always have. Yeah. Sometimes, yep, I add lime to mine. Sometimes I do flavor packets. Sometimes I just drink it out of a water bottle because for some reason it tastes better this way right now. Who knows? All right. So let's get to meal planning. So in meal planning, we want to create a routine because we don't. Yep, April 22nd is the last day. So we want to create a routine of it. What you need to do is you need to pick a day that you will sit down. Oh yeah, they are good. I haven't done that in a while. But you pick a day that you're going to actually sit down and have some quiet time. If you have children, the best time to probably do this is in the evening time. Hey, Rachel. Or if you're an early riser in the morning. But you want to pick a day that you can actually meal plan, and it's not the day you go grocery shopping, okay? You don't meal plan the day you need to go grocery shopping. You meal plan at least a day or two before you're going grocery shopping. So I typically try to meal plan on Wednesdays. Hey, Nadine. I try to do it on Wednesdays because typically we'll go grocery shopping on the weekend, especially now that I'm pregnant. Jason will help me out with it, and it's just more of a blessing for me to have somebody here to help unload or to go to the store with me. So I meal plan on Wednesdays or Thursdays, and we're going to typically go shopping on Saturdays or Sundays. So I am planning well ahead. Yeah, and if you shop sales, oh my goodness, if you shop sales, then you can plan around that. And a lot of our ads come out on Wednesdays, so that works out really well for me. So I know what's coming up. Okay, so that's the first thing. Pick a day that you're going to meal plan, put it in your planner, stick to it. Here's the next thing, okay? When you meal plan, you need to know what's going on the upcoming week. You cannot meal plan correctly without looking at your calendar. It's not going to work, because what's going to happen is you're going to plan some extravagant meal and then realize the day of that you have 3 sporting events and your husband's not going to be home. Then what do? You already have your meat defrosted, you're scrambling, you're either going through drive-thru because you're like, forget it, I can't take it anymore, I can't do this, and so, or, you know, you're relying on the box of macaroni and cheese, which we've all done. We've all done it, right? We've all done it. So when you meal plan, you're going to sit down with your calendar. Yeah, look at the weather. Absolutely. Check those things out. Yep, I'm going to get to that, Jenny. Someone in a vacuum booth throwing it at me. Yeah, that happens. So you're going to grab whatever you're using to write down your meal plan. You're going to grab your schedule for your upcoming week. You're fine. And you're going to sit down. If you need your ads, then you're going to sit down. The other things I'm going to suggest you bring along, if you haven't already started doing this, is your master meals. I talked about master meals a long time ago when I did a whole night on meal planning. And master meals, here's the concept. You mark the meals that you're making throughout your weeks and your months that your family likes and they approve of, okay? Periodically, maybe once a month, you go add them on to your master meals list. So magically, all of a sudden, you have an entire list of meals that you can always pull from, you know your family loves. I'll show you mine for example. I'm on page 2 or 3, so yeah. Let me flip it. My happy planner is getting a little full. So you just list them down. Easy meals. Typically, you know, it's something that I have a recipe for, or I just know how to make it by heart, whatever, or I have it in my planner in my meal section where my past menus are at. So you want to have that handy, okay? So you're going to have that 8 go-to. Cool. So you want to have that handy. All right, and so here is the formula that you're going to use, okay? Very, very simple. I'm going to suggest that you do 1 to 2 crock pot meals a week, okay? At least 1 night of leftovers, maybe 2, depending on the size of your family. And then the rest of them you fill with either things from your master meals or a new recipe. Ideally, you would be filling it up with some things from your master meals and then maybe 1 to 2 new recipes. So you're not overwhelmed with cooking something new, new ingredients, new different prep techniques, whatever it is. Very, very simple. And the reason why I want to keep it simple is because meals can become very overwhelming. It's at the end of the day, there's a lot of commotion. Everybody's grumpy, tired, they're fighting. We all know it. Yeah. Well, the key about inability of eating leftovers is do something creative with it. So we did a roast tonight and it was amazing. So now I can take the leftovers from that roast and I'm going to make it into a salad topping tomorrow. We're going to have salad with roast on top of it. So I'm going to suggest that you do 1 to 2 nights of crock pot meals, 1 to 2 nights of leftovers. I want you to pull from your master meals at least 2, at least 2 of those, and maybe try 1 new recipe. Now, if you're going to cut out one night of leftovers, so you only have one, then maybe you're going to do 2 of your master meals recipes, or 2 new recipes and 1 master meal. So you kind of need to just balance it out. And the reason why you can do this is because you're looking at your schedule. You know what nights you need certain things. I'll show you, for example. So Wednesday, I even marked it crockpot. I knew I needed a crockpot meal because we were going to be busy tonight with baseball and me scoping and stuff like that. Yeah, cook once, crockpot, eat it twice, and do something else with it. Friday is a good night for us to grill because we rarely have anything like going on outside of the house. And so, you know, Jason can come home and we can just grill and just kind of relax. It's okay if we eat a little bit later because it's the weekend. Friday night kicks off our weekend. And so I'll actually like mark it. That's a grill. Hey, how are ya? So that I mark a G for grill. Here's another grill night. Okay, so I actually tell myself. They do currently, but as of April 22nd, they won't. But I will be having them go someplace else. So I mark it. So I know this was a crock pot meal. So I knew that yesterday I needed to pull out my roast and defrost it. Okay, so I can actually prep ahead of time. Sunday, we're having leftovers, but Monday's meal needs to be prepped Sunday night because it needs to sit overnight. So I even put, that's why we're having leftovers on Sunday, so I have time to actually pre-prep my Monday dinner. So there's a thought process. Okay, so we're going to call this your meal planning routine. And what happens when somebody gets sick? Or you don't feel good, well then switch it around. You can move things around. This is not, you know, set in stone. It's not. You can switch things around. You can say, you know what? Spaghetti meatballs isn't going to happen tonight. We are doing macaroni, cheese, and chicken nuggets. Well, guess what? You still have all your ingredients for spaghettis and meatballs, so then it's going to go on the upcoming week because you still have it. So there goes one meal that you don't have to plan anymore. So when that does happen, still utilize what you've put on your menu, but put it for another night. Yeah, I do that often too. Sorry, my mom's texting me. I'm like, what is that? Yeah, I am gonna dive into my pressure cooker. I'm so excited. So I've actually left some spots open for my meal plan next week. I'm gonna go pull the cookbook and I'm gonna pull some recipes. I'd like to at least try it one time next week, maybe twice. But I was still working on that as I was getting ready to hit broadcast. I was like, okay, I need to go live. It's 9 o'clock. So I'm looking forward to trying that out this coming week. You're afraid of your pressure cooker? Well, my sister just got me one, so I really need to try it. See, good, but then you still used your meat that you had. You've had it for 2 years and haven't tried it yet. That sounds like a sin to me almost. But I love kitchen gadgets. No, she sent me a new one. I don't know what it's called or what it is yet. I have to look at it. I just pulled it out of the box. And then 2 cookbooks alongside of it. So, good. You're just starting out with your Instapot? Oh, cool. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm sorry, you guys. I have like the burps and I'm trying not to. I love doing dump recipes. Another great thing for dinner time is breakfast for dinner. That's super fast and easy, and I try to incorporate it at least once a week, if not once every 2 weeks. I do a breakfast for dinner. My children love it, and it's a lot of fun. And it actually pulls them into the kitchen. People ask how I do with so many kids. Well, I assign out nights, and my children actually cook. So tonight, I had already done the roast in the crock pot. So my teenage daughter did the rice and the peas on the side. That was her job. I'm like, finish cooking dinner. And so that was her job tonight. And then because my son was gone for baseball, so I'll pick a night that he's not gone and he can come and help me in the kitchen. And then the girls will help me periodically throughout the day if I'm prepping, or we'll do different things that they can do. So cook on their own for the family. My daughter, probably 12 is when she started doing some simple stuff. And then I kind of made it, like, increased how elaborate it was, to the point now where I just say, here's what we're having for dinner. Here are the instructions. Go do it. Now, Coda's 10, and he can already do some things on his own. He loves to make egg sandwiches. He loves to do macaroni and cheese. So I picked some simpler things, but he wanted to start earlier than she did. And so he's 10 and he's already started. And then the little girls, they get to help with prep. So, which is fun with them. I even have a knife for them they're allowed to use to cut. And so I've been teaching them how to cut things on the butcher block. Natural waffles. We've done meat waffles. We did waffle and chicken sandwiches. So the waffle was actually like the bun of the sandwich. It was really good. And then we had the chicken in the middle. It's like deli chicken. It was really good. Your youngish started 8. Yeah, so it just depends on your child, whether or not they're interested in it, and also their maturity level, because every kid is completely different. So that's the formula of meal planning that we're going to work with in the upcoming weeks. So when it comes time to meal plan, I really want you guys to really think through some of the things. If you want me to say, this is what we're making this week, I can do that. But not everybody likes the same thing. So that's kind of the risk that we run into. I could tell you we're having cheesy sausage bacon strata on Monday, and you can go, oh, well, my family hates eggs. Well, that's not going to work for you then, is it? So, but I think that you're picky eaters. Yeah, so you have to work within that. But I think a great place that we can do it at is on the Facebook group, where we can toss out, here's what's on my menu this week, in one little post, and somebody can, come and say, here's what's on my menu. It would actually help, what is that? It's kind of like a quiche. A strata is kind of like a quiche, no crust. And usually it has like bread pieces instead of crust in it. So we could toss it out there, and then that would actually help some of you guys actually start creating a master meals list. Because if you don't have one started, sometimes it's hard to brainstorm and go, gosh, what do my kids like? And you might not come up with tuna noodle casserole, even though that is a family favorite. The Facebook is Chaotic Blessing. I can. Here, I'll show it to you. You can go to bit.ly, Chaotic Blessing, for the Facebook group. Good job, Janet. It has 35 meals. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, and so you can just kind of take your list and just, keep working from it. You can do it for breakfast. You can do it for lunch. You can do it for dinner. And then you can do it for snacks and sides. I've gotten to the point where I really don't need to pull from it for breakfast, because we just have like a staple breakfast menu during the school year, and then I pull from it during the summertime when we have more time to like cook and have fun with it. So yeah, that's hard. That is hard. And the only thing I can tell you from that is, introduce things in small portions. Be creative, and just, yes, those are in my shop. And they're called, I think they're called the Family Approved Master Meals. Cheerios right here. Larger meal inserts. They come in personal size too. They come in all the sizes. Yeah, well, I don't know if that's what you would call it. That's what I named it. And then what I did was I actually, let's see if I can pull it. I actually made, you might have to get an A5. I made like stickers so that I could just go label it on mine and it just says family approved, so that I didn't have to go write things every week. And so then I could just kind of gather my menus up for the month and then go add them like on a Sunday when I had time, and I could remember because I labeled it that week that my family liked those, and then I was like, oh, okay, cool, then I can add them on. And I wasn't so pressured to add them on instantly. Tonight we had a really great roast and it was really good, but I don't feel the pressure that I need to go write it down in my master meals tonight or I'm gonna forget it because I have a sticker next to it. So boom, done. So when I get time and I get around to it, then I can do it. So it just alleviates some of that pressure. So those are kind of, the basis. With extreme morning sickness, yeah, I went through that for 6 weeks. Do you know what my advice is? I'm the best planner person you know? No, there's way better than me, I promise. They're out there. I'm still to the point, I'm gonna be honest, I'm still to the point where the majority of the time I can plan it. Some of it I can prep, not very much, but I can't cook it, because if I cook it, this mama's not eating it. Just not eating it. Exactly. See? You ask your husband to help. And so for the first 6 weeks when I was really, really sick, I did a very simple meal planning, or I had him come up with some things that he wanted to do. And so really, in all honesty, we ate some very simple meals. We did a lot of salads. We did, spaghetti and meatballs. We did meatball subs, things that was easy, he was interested in, and the kids would love, and that wouldn't take very long for him to cook. Fortunately, we were in winter hours, so he was getting home at 4:30, but now it's 6, so our dinner's a little bit later sometimes if I need his help. So I can plan it, and I could do the grocery list. I just couldn't cook it. So I would kind of think through that. Okay, we're gonna have spaghetti every week because it's easy. Since he'd be cooking it anyways. We're going to, yeah, see? So you plan it, he cooks it. It's a good deal. Just ask for help. And I think that's sometimes hard for us as women and moms. It's hard for us to ask for help. And it's really something we need to get over. As, you hear the sayings. Yeah, our kids had sandwiches. Breakfast for dinner was very common every week. Picture big girl panties on and say, I can't do it all and I need your help. This won't last forever. I will get back to feeling good and doing the things that I want to do, but I'm on number 5 too. I'm on number 5. So she had a menu for, okay, well, see, I'm not Superwoman, and I'm not doing the entire year. And the reason why I'm not doing the entire year is because I don't know my kid's baseball schedule a year from now, and I don't, I thought about that one day. I don't know what games he's going to have, come in the fall for football and then the winter for basketball. So I can't do that because I really do think through what do we have going on that night and what do I need to have done. I need crock pot meals on nights that we're going to be busy. Well, there was a time where we don't currently have it, but we will get back to it, where we bought a whole cow and a whole pig. And then, they don't prescribe that anymore. It's sad. Unisom and B6 for morning sickness is now what they suggest. Take Unisom before you go to bed and take B6 in the morning when you wake up. So we actually buy, a whole cow and a pig, and we have a meat freezer, and then I would usually do chicken in bulk. So we were kind of twiddling down our supply, and then we need to redo it. But meat prices went way up. So yeah, they don't prescribe Zofran anymore, or at least the majority of doctors don't. So I'm going to tell you right now, Unisom and B6, it really works. It helps a lot. Even if you're not pregnant and you're like queasy or dizzy, it really helps. Yeah, it did. So, yep, they just won't. And even my midwife said, it's not the best to be on. I've never actually taken it, but like I've had friends that they're like, this is the only way I survived. I got to the point this pregnancy where I was like, I want Zofran. Like, just give me something. And they're like, well, we don't do that anymore. I'm like, well, then what do you do? Because this is not good. So, all right. So that's the basics of meal planning. And we're going to kind of work it on it together this upcoming week. Today is Wednesday. I have my next appointment this week. I actually need to call and reschedule it to the beginning of next week because I had some stuff come up. So, but she's so sweet. I can text her and say, hey, what about this? And so that's really nice. So, this upcoming week, I don't know what day you guys are meal planning. I've meal planned today. I need to finish it. I would love to just like this first week of meal planning, kind of really discuss it on the Facebook group. I need to kind of see where your needs are at, so that I can kind of adapt what I'm doing to help meet your needs. I just don't want to come out here and say, okay, here's what's for dinner this week and pop it up there, and it's not meeting really what you guys want. Because the whole point of this is to get you to the point where you know how to meal plan and you can do meal planning on your own. You don't need somebody doing it for you. So there are a lot of like subscriptions out there that you can get that will do the meal planning for you, and they're great. If you're having a really hard time, I do have a meal plan that is amazing. They have a whole bunch of different options, and I will be putting that up in the Facebook group for you guys, especially moms, or you're just like, I suck at meal planning, and you know it. Just being quiet because I know you guys are taking pictures. You're welcome. Meal planning to go. Like, can you heat up your meals? See, meal planning to go is kind of hard because either you can do cold or hot. Okay. Well, when you're home on the weekends, I'm going to tell you right now, your lifesaver will be cooking things in your crock pot. Cooking your meals or like meats in the crock pot so they're already cooked, so that when you take them with you, you can do anything. You can throw chicken on top of a sandwich at any point in time that's already cooked, on a salad. You can do the same with a pork. You can make pork tacos on the go. And so then all you have is a few vegetables on the side. Your meat is already cooked, and you have a couple things you pack together. Really simple. That is probably my number one tip, would be to pre-cook your meat on the weekend, so you're still getting some good quality food, instead of just, you know, a lot of starches. Crockpot save, honestly. Salads in a jar are really great. If you need like breakfast, oatmeal in a jar is really, really good. So you can do that kind of stuff. Finger food types, and I know that sounds kind of silly, but doing the crackers and the tomatoes and the mozzarella cheese and some basil and, you know, ham on the side, like those are good. And it may not sound like it, but it's all of your food sources right then. Frozen breakfast casserole muffins, yeah, I love those. Those are easy. to do. You can pop them. Breakfast burritos are great to take and make on the go. You can make a whole batch of them on the weekend, and then you just take them, pop them in the microwave, and you have a great, meal at any point in time. So things of that nature. I have not done freezer meals in a long time. To be honestly, I can't stand on my feet for a long time. It really hurts my back, and even now that I'm pregnant, it hurts worse. So I don't do it. Oh, wonderful, Bethany. Or no, you're saying thank you. Sorry. I thought you were saying your name was Bethany. Yeah, we did a whole batch of burritos at one time. I've done batches of pancakes. Anytime we make pancakes on Sunday, we always double or triple it. And then we have pancakes throughout the week. The kids can just pop them in. They love to snack on them. Okay, Cheryl. So those are always good. Waffles, you can do the same thing. Same exact thing. Yeah, waffles. Muffins. I love making, a huge batch of muffins and then having them for breakfast in the mornings. You take, a muffin with some yogurt, heat your muffin up, put some vanilla yogurt over top of it, and it's delicious. Different things like apple crisp with not the dessert type, not the dessert type of crisp, but do crisp and then serve it with Greek yogurt or just regular yogurt is a really great breakfast, and it's really good for you. So those are simple. Yeah, I love the food saver. Go cook now. Well then, Tracy, you can come here because I can't stand up to cook long enough. So as I'm cinnamon rolls freeze, I'm seeing my kids would love those. I love to cook too. I am so missing it, but right now I just can't do it. Yeah, PB&J in the freezer. You can do PB&J. I've done peanut butter, honey, and banana sandwiches in the freezer, and just pull them out. By the time you're ready to eat them for lunch, they're defrosted. So that's always good. Yogurt pops. September 9th. I'll do September 9th. So I hope that gets you guys started. Tonight's not one of those nights where we're like, okay, you're going to walk away. Here's your meal plan. That's not what tonight's about. Tonight's really just kind of get your groove, kind of think through what you want to do. I want you guys to come over to the Facebook group. Let's talk about what we are planning on having this upcoming week. Maybe even state when your week starts. Like my week always starts with Monday. Monday is my day that I have a new meal plan. It just makes it easier for me. I can go all the way through Sunday. And then my Monday starts anew. Oh my God. Yum! I'm having an arugula salad next week. It's arugula grape salad with feta cheese. And protein powder. It's chaotic blessing. I just kept it really simple. Nadine. So that way we just have a central place where we can all just kind of contribute. And it's not just a place for me to do posts. You guys are welcome to post and post and post. It is a community. It's not just me giving you content. I will talk about Planning 101, things that we've covered in meal planning. I will tell you things that are going on in my store. As a member of the group, you do get some special discounts that will be coming out. I'll tell you guys about coupon codes first. I've told you guys first about new releases. So that is a benefit of it, but that group is not all about my store. And I don't want people to think that. It really is a place for us to come together and take what we're doing on Periscope together and put it on paper and have something a little bit more tangible that you can look at any time. So this is not I'm here to push my product, because you guys know I don't do that. I should, but I don't. So I need Amy's Business 101 sometimes. Although she's funny. She told me the other day, she goes, why aren't you teaching business scopes? And I'm like, because you are. Why would I do that? You're already doing it. I don't need to. She goes, I know, but you've been doing business for so long. I'm like, I know, but I'm more passionate about the mom side of me. Like, that's what I've been a mom for so long. And then before then I was like a mom because my sisters and brothers were so young. And are you late? No. I saw you earlier in the scope. I was like, I know that chick. I recognize her name. So anyways, so that's kind of like the jest. I was like, I know her. Yep, I know her. There was a couple of us that were in there. No, was it Francesca? Who was talking about the mink machine? That was the one that we were, yeah. Who was the scope about? My mind just went blank, Francesca. I'm sorry. Like, it just went. Yeah. Thank you. Like, I went totally blank. So anyways, all right. So that's meal planning wrapped up into one night. It is how you do meal plan. It's a simple formula. Keep it simple. Simple formula. Some things that some people do, they will assign nights to certain types of meat. Example, Monday's always chicken, Tuesday's always beef, Wednesday's always fish, Thursday's a leftover, and then they may have a meatless meal, and then they start to repeat, or they have pork. That is also an option that you can do. I find that a little bit too restricting for me because I'm planning based on our routine and schedules, not the type of meat that I can buy. But if you're a person who pays attention to the sales ad, that might be a great way for you to do it. Yeah, or theme nights. I can't plan that way because I like to try all different types of things. And I'm to the point now where I am trying probably 4 or 5 new things every week. And that's because I want my master meals list to be even larger than it already is. Yeah, I vary the meat. Yeah, I don't repeat chicken 2 nights in a row. Very rarely. If I'm going to do it in the crock pot, I usually wait a night before I'm going to use those leftovers. And so say, you know, tonight's the pot roast. Tomorrow I could do the salad with the pot roast, but I'll probably wait a day. And so that it's just not so boring when they're like, oh, well, we just had this last night, Mom. I hate hearing that. I really do. So I kind of just shake it up and move it around. And then they forget that they had pot roast on Wednesday night when it comes Friday and it's in a delicious salad or it's on a taco. Or it's on nachos or it's on a pizza. They're like, oh, this is amazing. I'm like, thanks. You say meat you had Wednesday night that you told me you didn't like. So I sneak it in there. A lot of times what I'll do is, so this is this week's meal plan. I will, yeah, I was burnt out too. So I'm in the new meals list. And so I keep my next week's here too because it's Wednesday and I've been working on it. I'm dropping things out of my planner. And then I will tear off my shopping list to go shopping this week, and this will get moved to the upcoming week. So I usually have 2 meal planners in my week at a time. He doesn't like to make new things. So take the things he does like to cook and put a spin to them. Like if he likes to do burgers, then do like stuffed burgers with mushroom and feta cheese, or do, you know, cheeseburger. Like you can actually mix your like ketchup and mustard in the hamburger mix. Like take what he likes to make and like do a spin on that instead of a whole brand new meal or concept. So that is tonight. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, and I've done that. It's okay. No, I don't think you missed too much. You can still watch the replay for 24 hours. He can make hot dogs. Jason makes the best macaroni and cheese ever. I'm telling you, ever. Yeah, then it's hard to complain. It's like, I know. Greek burgers with feta cheese on the inside. They're amazing. Amazing. Reuben cheeseburgers. Those are really good too. Take a mixture of a Reuben sandwich with a cheeseburger. Those are good too. See, now I'm hungry. That's the problem with being pregnant. You have dinner and an hour later you're hungry again. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm hungry. So, that's tonight. Do you guys have any questions? Yum. That sounds so good. I actually have leftover Taco Bell that I could go eat right now. I'm half tempted to go eat my smothered burrito. I'm telling you honestly, I'm half tempted. Yeah. Last night's snack was Taco Supremes. Tonight we had a pot roast rice and peas. That's what we had for dinner tonight. But I have leftovers that my husband was so nice to get me last night when he had to run the grocery store and get milk for our little girls. Well, I am part Hispanic, and so it's like in my blood. I could have Mexican every meal of every day, and I would be fine. Like, I'd be fine with it. No problems. See, Francesca, we have a lot in common. I could just eat it. Chorizo and eggs on a burrito. I can eat it up. So, yum. No, that sounds good. Chipotle's good. I know. Taco Bell's just, it's good. It's just, I try to stay away from it, but it's just so good. And lately right now, I just want a Taco Supreme. I just want a Taco Supreme. I am too, down to my fridge, and I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to have a smothered burrito. You haven't been there for about a year. Oh, no. Pimento cheese with jalapenos. You never cook Mexican food? What? Yeah, we'll start. Their breakfast is really good. I love their sausage egg burritos. We'll have to put some recipes up in the thing to try. Yeah, Mexican food is the cheapest to make. It is the cheapest to make, and there's so much variety. I just even love a black bean corn avocado salad with tomatoes in it. Like, even that, I could just devour that for days and days and days. So when I make it, I make this big, huge batch, and then, of course, as the days go on, it marinates in the lime juice. And, oh my gosh, it's so good. So, and it's really easy to make. I mean, you literally just throw your ingredients in and you're done. That's the nice thing about Mexican food. A lot of times you just toss in your stuff in and then you're done. So, yeah, you better be. Yeah, you probably should eat before you come and catch Wednesday nights. So, I'll throw that one on there. That one's really, really simple. It's like sickening simple. It's so easy. As a matter of fact, I could tell you how to make it right now. It's so simple. So we will be back together for planning 101 on Sunday night at 9 o'clock. Does anybody remember what we're talking about on Sunday? Yeah, Asian stir fry is really good. You could throw any vegetable into a stir fry. Anything. Gathering my little notes here because I had it done. All right. So Sunday night is how to make a schedule. Then we'll cover on how to keep that schedule. I use the word schedule I shouldn't be. We're going to really talk about routines because you guys know that I have a very distinct definition of the difference between a routine and schedule. Schedule is those things that you can't change. My son has a baseball schedule. Yes, how to make and keep your daily routine. He has a baseball schedule. I can't change the time. It's not flexible. It won't adjust to anything. But our daily routine although some people refer to it as your daily schedule. Our daily routine is very flexible, and it helps us grow. We can change it at any time, and we can expand, and we can learn, and we're not just confined in that comfort zone. So routines do have some habitual aspects to them, but in them they allow you to just kind of go, well, here's what we're doing, but we also need to do this, and then we're going to come back, and then we need to do this, and we need to come back. And they allow that. Routines really do allow you to do that. Yeah, I know Sunday is, ooh, well, happy anniversary. I know Sunday night is hard for some people who are at church or Bible studies, but I didn't want to, Saturday's a little too hard for me. That's really time that we spend together as a family, or we're out doing stuff, or I'm working. So let's just be honest. I'm usually working right now. I have been working for the past 3 months. So, and I probably will be working because I have a lot to get done, and my timeline just got changed quite a bit. So, and then I have a new project that I just started working on. Yay, for your anniversary. That's cool. That's cool. So, all right, if you guys have no more questions about meal planning, you guys can go post something on Facebook now, or we'll talk about it tomorrow. Whatever's on your heart or in your mind, you can toss it up there. You have questions. Let's keep it really broad and open, and just a great place to be. Some of my projects that I am working on, the timelines have been changed a little bit, and so I need to make some adjustments on a few things, things that need to get released, and some other stuff that I am working in the background on. So everything's kind of coming to a head at the same time, but that's usually how it goes. So, and we have some new Cultivating the Lovely stuff coming out, so I really need to be working on that, and that's taking a bit of my thought process and time on that as well. So, you're welcome. I hope tonight kind of gives you a general idea and formula of how you can meal plan, and then we'll really start to hone it down as the weeks go by. And by the time we're done, you should be able to meal plan like an expert, because you'll be like, oh, this is so simple. Why was I making it so hard? So, you guys, yeah, I'm going to go have a stuffed burrito, or smothered burrito from Taco Bell, and I'm probably going to watch some TV, because that's my treat at the end of the day when I've worked a long day. So, you guys have a wonderful evening, and if you have any questions for me or think of something afterwards, you can always catch me on Facebook or Instagram. So, have a great night, and God bless.